Good evening, friends. Welcome back to your local Tesco. In this week's special offer, we have a Romanian Class 56 for sale for only three. Okay. Christ, I'm gonna go for my lunch. National Grid can trace its origins back to the 1970s, with the need for more modern, more powerful Type 5 diesel locomotives for heavy freight haulage to replace the now ancient and very tired Type 2s, Type 3s and Type 4s, primarily on coal trains. In 1974, BR submitted drawings for the then Brush Type 5 to BREL in Doncaster and Brush Traction. But due to Brush Traction being too busy, probably making garden brushes or something, the work was then subcontracted to the Romanian firm Electrofuteri. Both firms built 30 of the class between 1976 and 1984. However, all 30 grids built by underpaid Romanians had to be rebuilt, as they were performing worse than a Bachmann split chassis loco due to poor build quality. More were then produced at Cruise BREL works. They began operations from 1976 with BR, and after the Romanian examples were rebuilt, they were received rather well, as they proved themselves very quickly to be tough, strong machines, at the cost that they were very high in maintenance needs. When BR was privatised, the class was spread out between the new freight operators, mainline freight, load haul and Transrail freight. This only lasted for 1 year, as in 1995 EWS was formed and bought out all of them. By 2004, all Class 56s under EWS's ownership had been withdrawn. But like most cartoons these days, that isn't the end of the story, as DB, formerly EWS, ended up selling a lot of them to other operators and leasing companies in 2011. Today, even though the class has been displaced by newer generations of diesel such as the Class 66s, they remain a firm favourite among enthusiasts, as it is still operated by 4 operators, such as Colas Rail, who mainly use them on aggregate, cement and fuel trains, DC Rail, who own and operate 2 locomotives. There is also Floyd in Hungary with 3, 2 in traffic, 1 for spares. And then there's GBRF, who has probably been the most creative by taking their examples and making a whole new class out of them by re-engineering 16 of them, creating the mildly amusing Class 69. The Class 56 has a rather unique design. Oh god, that's becoming the new catchphrase in this show. The body of the Class 56s are heavily based on the existing Class 47, same goes for the cab layout. The loco has a length of 19.35 metres, a height of 3.89 metres and a width of 2.79 metres. With a tonnage of 125, this locomotive has a fairly wide route availability at 7. The engine used in the Class 56 is the Ruston Paxman 16RK3CT 127-litre 16-cylinder twin-turbo diesel engine with an output of 3,250 horsepower at the engine. To drive the wheels, 6 Brush TM73-62 traction motors have been used. All of this leads to the record-breaking, astonishing top speed, a whopping, maybe even blistering 80 miles an hour. Good thing then that there's 588 newtons of brake force behind it. In conclusion, the Class 56 is a very much loved machine that continues to prove its worth on our mainline, even when locomotives similar in age and design have been long withdrawn and consigned to the history books. Speaking of being consigned to the history books, you can as well by subscribing to this channel and sticking around for next week's episode of something. I don't know. Also, thanks, lads, for 500 subscribers. Keep your eyes open for any events upcoming at your local Tesco, and I'll see you all soon. Hopefully. Right, time to go to the pub.